helps, like, instead of using gas for the...
Oh, it's a good thing then. I mean, it must be.
Yeah.
I don't know much at all, to be very, very honest with you. It seems a little more environmentally responsible, and that could be an assumption, but I would think that research in that area would at least be productive, because
When you hear the word biofuels, you think it's good for the environment, like?
Yeah, I mean, generally, although I know that there's some of them that are overrated in terms of what their possibilities are. I mean, for example, ethanol has not been so great. And I know some of the other things are not that far along. There's sort of a big push towards them, but they haven't really, like switchgrasses and stuff like that, haven't really been developed.
Oh, biofuels, not a lot. Honestly, I don't know a whole lot. I know they're supposedly more economical than gas.
So like when we say the word biofuels, does like what comes to mind? Do you think, oh, like that's a good solution, or like that's not so great? Or?
So far from what I understand, it's supposed to be a little bit better.
Oh hey, didn't see you there. In America, there are many misconceptions about biofuels. You see, when many people hear the word biofuels, they think of green energy or something that's good for the environment. However, biofuels actually lead to a lot of problems. Biofuels emit more greenhouse gases than fossil fuels. Also, government subsidies lead farmers to devote land that was previously for agricultural use to produce biofuels. This leads to a rise in food prices and promotes world hunger. In 2011, a whopping 40% of land was diverted for biofuel use, land that could have been used for agricultural use. 40%? That's over all being used for biofuels! 40%?
When the U.S. government subsidizes biofuel production, farmers use valuable land that could be used for agricultural purposes to make biofuels. This drives up global food prices because the U.S. is the main exporter of corn in the world. So when more corn is diverted to biofuel use, food prices rise.
People in developing countries are the hardest hit by even a small rise in food prices. This is partly because poorer people typically buy food in raw commodities as opposed to buying processed foods. So when the price of things such as corn, sugarcane, wheat, sugar beet goes up, then they'll have to change to buying processed, less nutritious foods, and so that means that they're going to stop buying foods such as meat, milk, fruits and veggies, and then, or they'll just skip meals altogether because they can't afford them. This has a lot of severe implications towards poverty and hunger and nutrition problems developing. Food aid will have to give out more food aid into more people because less people can buy their food, and money that was previously going towards medicine, education, women's empowerment programs will instead be diverted towards just buying food for people because they can no longer afford it themselves.
In countries like Ghana, people spend 75% of their income on food. In the U.S., people spend less than 10% of their income on food. So in African countries like Ghana, rising food prices affects regular people much more. They have to spend money that otherwise would be spent on other necessities on food, and then they might have to eat less food and might have to skip meals altogether.
The World Bank estimates that 44 million more people fell below the poverty line in the last half of 2010 due to high prices. According to the UN's World Food Program, around 1 billion people, or 1 in 7 people in the world, are hungry.
Farmer husking her corn.
Hey, get off your land. Hey.
I don't want to get off my land. I've been here for hundreds of years.
Governments in developing countries are allowing companies to transform smallholder farms into biofuel industrial farms, and oftentimes force out the people residing on the land and make them work for low wages. Western governments are encouraging this through offering subsidies to companies who produce biofuels, and therefore promotes the exploitation of farmers in developing nations.
Biofuels are good for the environment, right?
Wrong. Alright. Go.
Oh, didn't see you there. Biofuels actually exacerbate the problem of climate change rather than help solve it. Biofuels double the emissions of greenhouse gases over the course of 30 years. That's wild!
Why is that? Why is that?
Good question, Anton. Always ask questions. Well, you see, farmers use a fertilizer when growing corn-based ethanol that produces nitrous oxide, a chemical that is 300 times more potent to the environment than carbon dioxide. What?
The transformation from plant to fuel uses more energy than would be saved when using biofuels. Wow!
God, that Marco Rubio.
Marco
so amazing.
Rubio.
Wait, I can't talk anymore. I can't stop thinking about biofuels and how bad they are for the environment. I know it's a major problem, but what can I do?
Here's what you can do!
Here's what you can do to help. Here's what you can do to help.
First, you can sign our petition to urge our government to stop issuing subsidies that support biofuels. Thanks, Anton!
Oh, hi there, elephant. What's that? You want to make social change in your community? Well, mobilize a group of people in your local area to lobby congressmen and senators to take action on the issue of raising awareness about biofuels. Hopefully, within 5 years, all government mandates and subsidies for biofuels are phased out. Battling biofuels for a better future!
Oh, you do? You do? Oh, that's good.
Very
So many
insightful.
things.
Biofuels.
They suck.
A major problem in America. Biofuels.
Oh, hey there! There's a common misconception about biofuels in America today. Biofuels... I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh my god!
Here's the connection.
When the U.S.
between-
government...
Go.